Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Bear Family Farms. I am your host, JT Bear, and today we are out trying to improve the lives of my chickens here in, southwest Manitoba. It gets mighty cold here in the wintertime, down to minus 40, pretty frighteningly regular basis. Wind chills take it a lot colder than that, but luckily because the chickens are in the long shed here, the wind chill isn't really that much of a factor. However, minus 40 does freeze your water pretty fast, and after a couple of years of messing around with things, I have finally come up with a full-time and permanent solution. But today we woke up and discovered that their indoor water bucket was frozen, which means that it is time to, institute said solution. Lots of fun, because that means I'm making changes to the coop area. For the last 2+ years that we've been keeping chickens in the long shed, we've just had their interior wall be this bit of snow fencing, and aside from the occasional place where a rat or whatever has gotten through, that has worked fine. They haven't really tested it too much, and even though it's wide open here, they've never really done anything with that information. However, I have long known it is time to build a proper wall with proper, chicken wire, and I believe that will stop our little rodent friends from crawling through it because, well, we've seen one or two of them with their head caught in it and stuck, and the chickens disposing of said evidence. Means I gotta clean things up in here. Now the lighting is terrible in here at the moment. I will improve that for the chickens as we go. And I'm kind of working with the trouble light, so I apologize for the contrast and stuff, but basically I'm going to move this fence area 2 ribs back, into the long shed today, so that I can install their water on this side of their perch. Now this is just a standard 2x4 up here for their perch, but they seem to enjoy it when I put them to bed at night after it's gone dark, which basically means closing their door. I generally find all of the white ones up here, and Bunty hangs out down there in the nesting box. Got herself a little insulation that way, keeps herself warm enough. I've also found that giving them this much higher perch has kind of reduced the smell in here. It's a lot easier to just kick a new layer of sawdust over their droppings here, and pretty much eliminates the smell fairly quickly, as compared to before. They were all just perching up on top of the food storage can over there, and it layered up pretty quick and got pretty nasty, so yeah, that was not fun. However, today is about moving walls and putting in the chickens' winter water heated poultry fount, I believe is its proper name. So here we are. The camera might be a little bit fuzzy because the lighting is still terrible, but we now have the new chicken wire wall up. I've got a seam in the middle here, so I just took, let's see if I can find a piece of it, some of this wire that was wrapping around it, and did a quick stitch through there, tied it nicely together. I've got 2 or 3 inches of extra at the bottom there that I've just kicked under, so hopefully any rodents will encounter that and, just not bother to dig further. We're over here right now because the heated poultry fount. Now this thing works exceptionally well when you consider the fact that it gets down to, like I say, minus 40 degrees here in the wintertime. I'm just going to plug this in really quickly, and then we will hop around to the other side, and you probably see them through the holes they've pecked in the siding there. Let the girls back into their, much larger coop. I had no idea it was actually going to create that much extra space. So yes, plug it in, and we're good to go. So here we are on the inside of things. I got to throw down some sawdust, mix that up with the dirt on the floor there. But we have the heated poultry fount all plugged in, ready to go. And no longer at risk of getting pooped on from where I put their perch. Because basically, where we had it last year was kind of right at the end of that stump, comfortably sitting on that milk crate, and I worked out just fine. But when I put the perch in, I wasn't thinking about that because it wasn't water freezing temperatures out there. That said, this little bucket has froze. So they need water in here. This will work. Figured I'd take the opportunity when I'm getting started with a bag of shavings here. Fill up their nesting box first. That's also poor little Bunty's bed. She, her type of bird, I don't know, cinnamon queen I think someone said she is. She might also be a marin of some kind. But she doesn't really fly, so she doesn't get the warmth of hanging out on the perch at night with everybody else. And has found hanging out in the nesting box to be a perfectly acceptable solution. Yeah, that's a lot more of a sawdust than I prefer. I like a wood chip for in here, but at least you know it's going to absorb the moisture that goes along with fresh chicken droppings. And really that's where a lot of your smell comes from, is that moisture. So just kick this all out here, kind of make it a little bit nicer, and I'll let the girls in. Oh, I'm so glad that thing is... Okay, you know what? That thing cost me almost 80 bucks, but it's so worth it. Lasted just fine last year. Sure it'll be just fine this year. I know it looks filthy, but we clean it a couple times a year, so for right now, I just wanted to get this done and get inside. It's real cold. So on that note, we're going to make this the closing clip with me, and the next thing you're going to see is the girls coming into their room. So yeah, much love everybody. Thank you for joining me here on Bear Family Farms. If you're new to the channel, click subscribe, yada yada blah blah blah. If you enjoyed the video, click like. Encourage me to make more of them. Chickens are always fun and entertaining, so yes, from here on out, chickens, and I will see you next time. Yep, a little darker in here with that door closed than I would like. Definitely going to have to adjust the lights a little bit. Might like to get one of those LED shop lights like I'm using down in the basement. But we shall see. It is brighter than my camera is making it look, but not by much. However, they have more space, lots of room to kick up the sawdust, water for the winter, and a new back wall. All in all, a good day for the girls, even if they don't quite realize it yet. They will. They will.